Here is my layer. Here is... Oh, welcome back to our vlog channel. Today we're going to do something super crazy because we're actually going to open up the broken engine block from the bottom to see what has actually broken down. You seem quite curious about that. What such an engine looks like from the bottom when it has been running on its side for a considerable amount of time. The idea came to us because we were also quite curious about how far such an engine can actually break down when it has been on its side and then turned on again. And when it's running so tight that I can hardly turn it around with my hand, I'm curious about how badly the connecting rod bearings and the crankshaft bearings are damaged. So hopefully we can open everything from the bottom and just see if we can get to it. We know there's some kind of cover plate before we can get to the connecting rod. So hopefully we can also remove that and just admire the inside for a moment. A lot has broken down, including the engine in the Golf 8 gallons TI, which we have already replaced. So it's here loose on a moving trolley on a dolly. So we're going to get our engine mount now. We have it under the stairs. We'll attach it to the engine mount to turn the engine upside down. Comfortably able to open the bottom. Let's quickly open the engine. First the support, of course, and then see what the damage is. Let's go. And when you have mounted the support on the block, actually where the gearbox comes, then you take your engine mount and then you slide it under like this, and then it's mounted. And it can be that simple if you have an engine stand to lay an engine upside down. What's important now is that we of course remove the oil pan to then be able to see what's happening underneath. After detaching the oil pan with around 20 small bolts, the oil pump becomes visible. Normally, you can't just remove the oil pump because the chain actually holds the oil pump in place. So we pushed the tensioner aside so that the chain got a little more slack, and this allowed us to dismantle the oil pump. After we had removed the oil pump, we were actually able to detach the half cart. It's literally the bottom of the engine that you detach to subsequently gain insight into the connecting rods and the main bearings. Well guys, this is the reason why our engine didn't go around in our Golf 8 GTI. The first thing we notice is a lot of discoloration in the block. It's gotten so incredibly hot. You can also see every connecting rod. The bottom of the connecting rod is completely purple discolored. I can't imagine that this is originally like this. Yeah, I think it would be fun if we now start to remove a connecting rod cap to check the bearing, and a main bearing to check. What do you think? Yes, we can check both because we can lift the lid off and we can lift that off. We're gonna see if we can turn it. Perfect. We just got it loose the previous times, right? That's why we can turn it now, of course. We're gonna turn it and build. We're just gonna sell it. Just fresh. Rebuild. Won't he go in it any longer? I'm curious if that Krogers is really damaged.
Yes, that...
We're going to see that now, of course. The new Krogers was about 900. So, was it worth it that we bought a new engine?
Well,
the guys at a point had already told me that it was a very smart choice. Just the labor cost alone is a lot of money if you have such an engine done.
Really, huh?
Those parts can be expensive. The cap turned completely purple, and I'm not sure if the discoloration will come off. Help, my engine needs some love. Hammer. Assistant.
And one.
Chisel. Yes, new. There's no layer in between. Where is my layer? Almost about fight in the block. Here is my layer. He's all spun out too. That's not crazy, but he's just around it. Look at that, your little bolt.
But guys...
Just look. That's the bearing shell, wow. So thin, is that possible? And we thought we could tighten this bolt. Yes, it's loose, it's loose. Way too thin.
Just, no.
Look, that side of the bearing is going. Yes, no bearing shells found in my oil. We are opening that cover. We don't know what's wrong with the engine. Come on, let go. Is the crank still good? No. No? A little palace then. A bit of toothpaste. It just hardly comes off, man. Wow. Oh, a clean round towards you. No, my engine is perfectly fine. So this is what a GTI looks like with 18,000 kilometers. And a top lubricated engine. This is a connecting rod bearing. They will all look similar. Indeed. It's not like we picked the worst one. We have
Just random.
unpicked. Shall we also do the main bearing of the crankshaft for a moment? See what signs it shows. I believe our assessment is correct since we don't have a crankshaft, which is not a good sign from what I can see. We didn't do a rebuild, and I agree with that decision. The viewers massively wanted a rebuild, but that actually... it would have been 6x more expensive. Yes, 100%. You'll also want to eventually sell the car. But anyway, Daniel, main bearing is loose. I'm curious. You choose the worst one you think it is. The investigation goes on. Foot on it. Come on, Don, come on. 180 Newton meters. 180 Newton, 90 degrees, then another 60 degrees, and then it's 180 and then another 1000 Newton. Or better yet, but I was so curious about this and what it would look like, so the tip for this beautiful, fantastic day: don't buy a car that has flipped over without airbags deployed, because then your engine is broken. I think that's the best tip for 2025. I'll just put these here so they can chill. Don't forget, okay? Look, if you go into your block with your tire levers and pretend you're practicing a heart massage, you really get into it. That whole stool jumps when it comes out. Gives, I don't doubt that either. This is original equipment manufacturer disassembly of a main bearing chamber. The workshop manual is with us again. But I do see a look here on it. As you also see those bites there, this is just how Mr. Wolfsburg had it too. Yes, this is tight. Even my pallet method to pull that low cap out of the block didn't help, Don. No, I see what you've done. You've put a lot of fatigue into it. I was completely broken behind the camera. What do you think that guy's doing? It seems unlikely that will come loose. Let's check out the other connecting rod. I'm curious about it. Maybe one is even worse than the other. At minimum, remove the main bearing caps. That's not included. They have been so fused or overheated that they are just so tight. I really wonder, how does such an engine building company do that? How do I get that loose? Just with a bearing puller. Actually, the same mechanism that I tried to build. Yes, only then, ours was really just, yes. Our manual was from the factory, right? Yes, just a workshop manual as prescribed. I have it right here. Don't film too much in that direction, but it's really there. We'll make sure the block can go around again. If you don't reinstall those bearing shells, then it turns that like a 0, right? That's a new one. I'm also sure that this one has to go back, so that's also really nice. You know what they say, right?
It's certain.
Certain, and then 90 degrees, right? But you're holding it loose now. Yes. More something better than new. Yes. Of course, we do put everything back in place as it should be. That when they reassemble the starter motor, they think, okay, it's really going around smoothly. This
goes on Newton, right?
does it fit after all? That one is discolored badly.
Keep that.
It's still darker than the other one, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
I had seen that a long time ago. But it did come off easier. He also did a lot of spinning in that cap. Yes, he's in the block. new layer in and go. That crankshaft itself, it looks good. So again, it has discolored more, but less broken. The other one was really very broken.
Yes, that's fine.
It's folded, isn't it? Yes, we have some leeway again. Is this secretly the confirmation that you so... While...
Danny already.
Yes, this is secretly the confirmation you wanted. But guys...
Check again. Is this secretly the confirmation you wanted to have? Yes, secretly it is.
Stop it! I know, we did the right thing.
Dan.
I think people in the comments know better, but check this out, guys. If you're looking for gold indeed, this is truly too sick for words. How much meat can you see in the hangover pants?
Have? You got it.
Now,
We...
having seen how much damage there was at the bottom of the Golf 8 GTI engine, I want all of you to let me know in the comments whether it was smart to buy a new engine for our Golf 8.
Did you like this episode? Don't forget to...
Subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next vlog. Bye!